Hello, my name's Paul Murphy. I'm the head teacher at Lancasterian Primary School, which is in Tottenham, Haringey. I joined the school nearly 2 years ago now. I'm just coming to the end of my second year. And the school had been through quite a turbulent time. I was the fourth head in 2 years, so you can imagine all that comes with that. And there was quite a lot of challenges at the school and underperformance, and our results from the summer before I joined had been the lowest in the borough. And I identified quite quickly that one thing we really needed to work on was the culture of the school. And I visited another school in Haringey, who were one of the teaching schools in Haringey, and they were talking about leadership. And one of the things they mentioned was they'd done some work with Sonia Gill, yourself, around difficult conversations, and that kind of pricked my ears up because I thought, well, actually, we're having lots and lots of difficult conversations. I was putting a lot of focus on my SLT at the time to try and develop them as quickly as possible, and I sensed and knew that the way in which we were having difficult conversations wasn't uniform and probably could be improved. Yeah, it's been really useful. It's definitely given us loads of tools and techniques, but one clear approach to having difficult conversations that we've all been able to use. It's quite a simple approach as well. So that's kind of one side of it in terms of improving our skills, but then the other aspect of it, kind of secondary effect, is that it means that over the last months in which we've been doing the training, we've had regular periods where we're checking in and talking about how we're doing things, progress that we've made against different issues that we're dealing with. And so in that way, it pushes you a little bit harder to deal with issues more quickly because you know there's going to be a check-in and you know you're going to have to kind of report on how you're doing in a supportive way. So yeah, we've managed to move some quite entrenched issues that have been entrenched in the school for a number of years. We've moved them on very quickly, I'd say. When we looked at the price of the training, it was a big commitment, and obviously I had needed to get approval from governors to do that as well. But I think you have to, for me, I knew that we could put in place in the school the best systems, structures, staff, materials, resources, all of those things. We could spend the best money on having the best of those, but if we didn't sort out the culture, none of it was properly going to work. So actually, it was the investment in the culture which seemed appropriate at the time. And even in just purely financial terms, if I think about some of the situations we've remedied and the cost that they could have had to the school if they hadn't been remedied, it's been a saving overall, even if you just look at it purely in maths and numbers. Yeah, and we've now, again, so I've been back to the governors for next year, and we've decided to do the rest of the other two modules because we feel like that's a good investment, and some now training for our leadership as well. So actually what seemed like a big pot of money when we first looked at doing successful difficult conversations, we're spending a lot more than that next year because we realise it's worthwhile investment, and what you'll get back in terms of moving the school forward is well worth the money. I mean, I have recommended it to a few schools already. I think for any school, I think it could benefit any school, but I think schools, particularly where they feel like the culture of the school isn't helping drive school improvement, this would be a very worthwhile training for them to embark on because it will help to get a common approach in the leadership and a clearer vision about what exactly we're trying to do with this school and how do we get there.